What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope you had a really awesome day. It's great to see everybody. Thanks for tuning in for day one of my live career strategy training that I am so happy to bring to you. And today we are going to focus all on strengths. And strengths is so important as you're thinking about career strategy. And I have an interesting take on strengths that you may or may not have heard before. And so I'm excited to tell you about that today. If you haven't already, make sure that you are liking my page, you're subscribed, that you're following all the fun stuff. And we'll get right into it, because these are supposed to be quick hits to just get you on the road towards a direction, a North Star, and even validating, am I on the right track? Am I supposed to be doing what I'm doing right now? Or am I working in what's called a shadow career, which is really a concept that talks about working in a role that is just around the corner from a role that you should be working in. So maybe you're working in a role where you don't feel like you're using your strengths to your advantage, or you're not using your strengths at all. Or maybe you're working in a role because it was given to you, or it was like an easy thing to do, but it's not necessarily what you want to be doing or what you should be doing. And I work with a lot of clients right now who are trying to find what their North Star is. And what work we do in the beginning is to really help identify what's important to you, why that's important to you, and what your strengths are, and how those two things really align with what you should be doing with your life and with your career. So we're going to talk about strengths. If you're with me, just put like a, yeah, I'm with you in the comments, or like a +1 or a fire emoji or something, just to let me know that you're watching and you're listening, and share this with a friend if you feel like this might be beneficial with them. So without further ado, let's get right into it in terms of strengths. Okay, so the very first thing that I want to talk about for strengths is the difference between a strength and a weakness. And oftentimes when we think about weaknesses, we think about things that drain you, or we think about things that you're just not good at. But here's the thing, it's both. It's both things that you are not great at and that you don't enjoy doing. And there's a tertiary thing. You could be really great at something, but hate doing it. And that is a weakness. That doesn't give you energy. That doesn't give you power to move in the direction of your strengths. So strengths then, if we know what weaknesses are, strengths then are something that you enjoy doing, something that you're good at, and something that gives you energy. And so clues that you could be working in your strengths are things that your friends or your coworkers are constantly going to you for. And if they're going to you for things like, let's say, how to work in Excel or data and numbers, if they're constantly going to you for things like that, that could be a signal that's a strength. And so the recipe is that how do you marry that, so what you're in demand for, with what gives you energy? And so if working in data and numbers and statistics and Excels and charts, if that also gives you energy, you love doing it, you don't watch the clock when you're doing those activities, that is a strength. For me, Excel spreadsheets are a weakness because I'm very good at them and I can run a pivot table like nobody's business, but I can't wait to be done with it. It's not something that I'm super stoked about. So for me, that's a weakness. So here are some questions. I want to go over some questions that you could ask yourself to help determine what your strengths are. And so here's where we'll start. And so what I want you to do is take out a piece of paper, take out a Post-it, or write this on your phone and ask yourself these questions because they can help identify, again, what your strengths are. So the very first question you can see below is the things I do on my team that strengthen me are. And just write out a list, just brainstorm a list on what things you do on your team that strengthen you, that make you a better human, that make you valuable to the team and the company that you work on. The next question is the activities I do that weaken or deplete me are, and fill those out. So what are the things that when you do them don't bring you joy, or when you see a calendar invite on your calendar that you have to go do a certain thing, what feeling do you have when you're about to do that thing? Is it dread? Is it excitement? If it's dreading and you are not excited about going to that meeting, then that's probably a signal that it's something that weakens or depletes you. And the third question to write down is, I take in information or learn best when. So this is all about learning. So are you someone that likes to try and do? Are you someone that likes to observe? Are you someone that likes to talk it out with somebody? How do you take in information and learn best? And then this next question is, you can be sure I'll shut down if or when you ... And what is that thing? So for me, is if someone tells me that they want me to run a spread on data analytics on a series of data, I will shut down immediately and say, let's go find somebody else who can assist us with this. It's not something that brings me joy. So what are those things that make you shut down if or when that thing happens? And then on the contrary, here's the next one. I'll always light up if or when ... What is that thing? I'll always light up if you ask me to put a presentation together, or I will always light up if you ask me to lead a training for the team, or I'll always light up if you ask me to mentor somebody on my team. All right. And then the last question is, I feel my greatest value to my team is. And it's really important to look at your answers to those first questions and see what patterns you're noticing. Are you noticing that you like to be in front of people? Are you noticing that you like to be a leader? Are you noticing that you like to work with data and analytics? Are you noticing that you like to research? Like, what are you noticing from those answers to these questions? And then write out what your answer to this one. So I feel my greatest value to my team is, and that can serve as a really important clue to what your values and what your strengths are. And here's what you've done by researching this and by looking at what you're great at. You've done a few things. So when people ask for volunteers to work on projects, or if you're considering a career change, you've now started to understand what your values are and really what you can contribute, and start to put words to thoughts or words to feelings. And that serves really, really powerfully versus like something that I hear all the time from clients, which is, I'm a people person. I love being around people. Okay, great. Yay, I love being around people. But what value does that bring? Oh, well, I love working with other people to teach them how to facilitate XYZ program. Or I love being around other people because I love leading a team and getting people to unlock their hidden potential and motivate them towards that. So do you see the difference? There's a difference between saying I'm a people person, and there's a difference between saying I'm a people person because blah, 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 so that blah, blah, blah. So this is day one of the career strategy sessions that I'm leading every single day this week. I'm going to be going live between 11 and noon Pacific Standard Time every single day this week. So tune in, come join me. If you're catching this on the replay, write #replay in the comments below. Let me know you're here. I will respond to every comment. So leave your comments in the video here if you have questions or you want to talk about this further. And I can't wait to join you for the rest of this week. I hope you have an awesome Monday, a good beginning to the week, and we'll talk soon. Thanks for being here.